Hello and welcome to class 9th subject English Behive book chapter 4 A Truly Beautiful Mind. It is a biography of Albert Einstein. In the first part student we got to know about the childhood of Albert Einstein, the study life of Albert and the married life. Not whole about married life but yes, the love life of Albert Einstein and his behavior with the teachers. So, this much we got to know from the first part of this chapter. This is the second part of that chapter only. Listen carefully further. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. So, students, we got to know that at the age of 21, he got the graduation degree, and he was a graduated within university. But still, at that time, he was unemployed. He was not doing any job. Hence, he worked as a teaching assistant and gave private lessons and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert. So what job he was doing? He was doing a job of a technical expert from 1902 as a teaching assistant. Okay. So in the patent office of Bern, where he was doing the job? In the patent office of the Bern. Bern is the name of a place. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have joking called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. So students, at this age, at the age of 21, when or 22 or 23 you can say, when the students used to learn from others, at that moment, at that age, Einstein was inventing his own things secretly, and he used to keep his documents or the whatever survey documents were there. He was keeping all those documents in a drawer, okay, in the desk drawer, and he used to say that desk drawer jokingly means normally he has given that desk drawer a name, that is Bureau of Theoretical Physics, because he has kept all the documents, all the surveys, all the research papers in that drawer only, and secretly he was developing his own ideas in a secret for doing any invention. One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Instead, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy, that is E equals to mc square. Here, in this mathematical equation, E stands for energy, M for mass, and C for the speed of the light in a vacuum. Vacuum means number of air present in that. It is all about 3 lakhs kilometer per second. So here we got the very knowledgeable thing that in 1905 Albert established the Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which the time in that theory he has explained about the time and distance are not absolute. Here absolute means Absolute means measured in itself, not in relation to any else. Means it is measured in own and not related to any other thing. Okay, so here he has developed the special theory of relativity, that if two perfectly accurate clocks, means if two clocks are moving together, they will at the end have a difference in them. Why? Because the same time, because if they come together again after a journey, if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other, means one clock is moving fast and another is not, so that is why it will make a difference. Students, this concept your physics teacher can explain you more betterly, so you can ask from your physics teacher also if you are not getting this formula. Okay, so let's move forward. So he has developed the relation between mass and energy at the year in the year 1905. So what do you think, students, at that time of what age he must be? In 1900 he was of 21, means in 1905 he must be of 25, I think so. I hope so, and I think you too feel that. Okay, so move forward. In 10th para of this chapter, while Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. Unraveling here means starting to fail. His private life means Mileva Maric and Einstein. So when he needs full concentration in his professional job, not we can't say job, but in his professional life, at the same time he was facing problems in his personal life also. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva Maric right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Albert Einstein put the wedding off. So in this para, we got to know about the mother of Albert Einstein, whose name is Pauline Koch Einstein. So Pauline Koch Einstein, the mother of Albert Einstein, doesn't want that Einstein should get married with Mileva Maric because she was 3 years older than Albert Einstein. One of the main reason. She was older from Albert Einstein, and the other problem was that according to the mother of Albert Einstein, she thought that if the girl is more intelligent than the boy, the relationship used to face the problems. Okay, so she was just bothered about the Mileva's intelligence also, because Mileva was as intelligent as Albert Einstein. She was also very much intelligent, and she was also doing some researches in his life. So she was also a book like Albert Einstein. Because of that only, Pauline Koch Einstein wants to put the wedding off. Okay, so in the 11th paragraph, the pair finally married in January 1903 and had 2 sons, but a few years later the marriage faltered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Then Albert Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. Here, students, you can see in the picture with Albert Einstein, one lady is there whose name is Elsa Einstein. She was the cousin of Albert Einstein, to whom he got married after Mileva. Okay. She was the childhood friend also, and if I tell about Elsa, she helped a lot in Einstein's school studies. Okay, as we know from the previous part of the chapter or the video that Albert was not interested in the regiment. Albert was not interested in the school studies because he doesn't like the regimentation of the school. Okay, so he doesn't want to study in the school because he was by birth very intelligent in maths, and on the basis he got admission in college, and he was not interested in other studies. So what I know, Elsa helped her to left that school for the sake of Einstein. Okay, from there only the bonding was strong. Okay, students. So with Mileva, his marriage was not successful, and one of the other reason was that Mileva was also not happy with that marriage because, as you know, she was too intelligent and she was as intelligent as Albert Einstein. So she can't spend his life in home only by living his life like a housewife. And what Einstein wants that she should live at home and care to the students, to the children of them. Okay, but Mileva doesn't want this. She also want to work. They were having two sons, and their marriage was flattered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Means 16. So their marriage worked for 16 years only, I think so. Hannes? Okay, students? What I think you must be thinking this only. Like from only 16 years they were together. And after that, Albert Einstein married to a girl which is his cousin Elsa Einstein, in the same year only in which he had divorced. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to the world fame. In 1915, he had published a general theory of relativity which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from the fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. The newspaper proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. Here, deflected means changed direction because it hit something. Okay, so Albert got the name and fame in the world from in 1950 because in newspaper it has been published that he has invented the general theory of relativity, which proved a new interpretation of gravity. Means a new thought, a new ray about gravity, that an eclipse of the sun in 1990 brought proof. Means what the Albert Einstein has forecasted in 1915 about the gravity of the sun or the eclipse, the sun, an eclipse of the sun which is going to come in 1919. He has just forecasted that thing very accurately, and his relativity was proved in 1919, that what the Einstein had said, that was accurate. Okay, Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected. Means at what time the light of the fixed stars will be deflected from the sun through the gravity. Okay, so this was forecasted by Einstein in 1915 only. So because of that, it was a revolutionary change in his life, which had given him rise to the world fame. Okay, so coincided with his rise to the world fame, which was the new chapter of his life. Okay, so everything was in the newspapers of that time. Newspapers were proclaiming that the work what the Einstein has done, it is a scientific revolution. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitation from all over the world and loaded by the press. So here students, Einstein got the name and fame, and in 1921 he got the Nobel Prize for Physics, for working in physics, for the specialty in physics, and he was showered with honors. Showered with honors means all over the world everyone was talking about Albert Einstein at that time, and media people were just loaded, press people were just loaded on him to ask about the theory on which he had worked. Okay, so when the Nazis came to the power in Germany in 1933, Einstein immigrated to the United States. So when Nazis came in power, the famous Hitler was there, the Adolf Hitler. Okay, so he came to the power in Germany in 1933. Einstein immigrated. Immigrated here means he has left the country for his own sake. Means once owned to settle permanently in another place, so he has migrated to the another place, to the United States. Okay, he immigrated to which place? He immigrated to United States. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Means the next what he has discovered, that the nuclear fission, and nuclear fission he had discovered in Berlin, had American physicists in an uproar. In an uproar here means to be upset. Many of them had fled from fascism. Fascism here means dictatorial concept on Europe, started from Italy by Benito Mussolini. Okay, so dictatorial concept was emerged at that time, and at that time by Italy. Benito Mussolini was ruling at that time. Nobel Prize invented in 1895, and firstly given. He got the Nobel Prize invented in 1895 and firstly given in 1901. Okay, so many of them had fled from fascism, just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. So they were afraid that if this nuclear fission was developed and come into the newspapers or magazines or anywhere, if the theory is revealed, then Nazis can use this atomic bomb. At the urging of the colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with, with some of the surrounding territory. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 at the time of Second World War, students. Okay. So as you all know about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was totally destroyed just due to the atomic bombing done by the Americans. Okay. At that time, students, Hiroshima and Nagasaki have suffered a lot. Near about 80,000 people were killed in that, and whole soul everything was destroyed. So a heinous act was done by the Americans at that time, as Albert has already warned them that this atomic bomb is if it is used at the port only. Port means at the border where the shipping is done. If there also they will use it, then also the places which are near and far will be destroyed. Okay. Then after that warning also, they have developed the atomic bomb in a secret project, and they dropped that atomic bomb on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Einstein was deeply shaken by the act of the destruction. This time he wrote a public missive to the United Nations. In it, he proposed the formation of the world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. But over the next decade, Einstein got ever more involved in politics, agitating for an end to the arms buildup and using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. So, finally, by the heinous act of Americans, Einstein was totally shaken, deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction what the Americans had done on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So he decided to bring peace, and he had written a letter to the United Nations, and he proposed the formation of the government, proposed the formation of the world government, and then he, unlike the letter, doesn't have much impact, and then he decided to come in politics in the next decade, and after that, using his popularity, he come to the campaigns of the university and colleges, and in those campaigns he used to talk about the peace and democracy. Arms build-up here means letter especially long and official. So he has written 2 long letters to the government. Then also he worked for the peace and democracy by using his popularity. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. So, in the last line of this chapter, student, we got to know that Einstein was died in 1955 at the age of 76. After that, on his death, we used to celebrated as a visionary and a world citizen to him as much as a scientific genius he was. Visionary means a person who can think about the future in an original and intelligent way. Okay, so just because of that thinking, that he also think about the country's humanity, just because of this the chapter title is choose a truly beautiful mind. So Einstein, he was a great scientist and also he was having a beautiful mind too. I hope students you have understood this chapter, and if you have understood, then these assignments you have to do in your copy. There are some questions from the book or from the chapter only that you have to do in your copy if you have understood the chapter. If any doubt is there, you can go to the comment box and ask the questions. I will reply, definitely I will reply. Okay, I hope you have understood. Thank you very much.